What it do, everyone? What's the scenes? How you going? Assalamu alaikum. So in this video, I just wanted to reflect on what Ramadan has taught me. Today is the 30th, aka the last day of Ramadan 1442. And while I am really sad to see this month go, I am excited for the Eid tomorrow, Eid al-Fitr. I'm happy to reflect on what I learned about myself during this month. And I want to say that there are at least three things. The first thing is that I reacquainted myself with the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allah has revealed to us that He has 99 names and attributes. And depending on a situation that you are in, a problem that you have, or a circumstance that you are engaged in, there is a name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that matches or that befits that. I just quit my job going on 2 weeks ago. And the reason that I delayed quitting my job is because I was fearful of where would I get money to pay on my debts. I didn't want to be a financial burden. And I had during this month of Ramadan to reflect on the names of Allah that could take that stress away from me because it would restore my trust in Allah. You see, Allah is Ar-Razak. He's the one who provides. So the food you eat, the clothing that you wear, the house that you have, the cars that you drive, the job that you have, anything that you are able to obtain that supports your basic needs and even your wants is because Allah is Ar-Razak. So knowing that name, it helped me to check myself, to calm myself, and to realize that, hey, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you are Razak. I know that you'll make a way for me. Another name that fits with my situation is Allah is Al-Kareem. He is the generous. And so He will gift me in ways that I can't even imagine that will help me get through my situation. And one gift that I'm already in awe about is the ability to build a business that aligns with my faith, and giving me the ability to gift people with time and with a good word and with help. And from that, I can only anticipate that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will gift me with what I need because I have set my intention to be that. And Allah knows best. Another name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Al-Fatah. He is the one that opens. So yes, I've closed the door on my former job. And yes, I've closed the door on opportunity in this moment to get consistent income. But that doesn't mean that that door is closed moving forward. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Al-Fatah, so He will open up another opportunity for me. Allah is Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim, the most beneficent, the most merciful. Like He's the most merciful, all merciful. And correct me if I have flopped the two. They both pertain to mercy, but to different extents. So there's so many names that I can take out of those 99 that are particular to my fear of not making money, or what is my next opportunity going to be. Allah is Nasir, He's the helper. So one of the sisters in my community created a pilot course called There's an Attribute for That, where she taught us how to memorize 9 sets of the 99 names by using our right hand. And while I didn't devote as much time as I should have to memorizing all of the 99 names during this month of Ramadan, what I did do while being a part of her pilot program was to build a heartfelt connection with the names that I did memorize. And I'm so grateful for that, because one thing I realized prior to Ramadan is that when things are going good and I'm not tested severely, that I can at times pay lip service to the understanding of these names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You know, it's not until you're in a hardship that your sincerity increases and you are put to the test to show how much you really do trust and rely on the Creator. So that's number one. I realign myself with some of the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that I memorized, and I pointed out the ones that were specific to my situation, and I applied those names when I would supplicate or I would pray. And I thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for guiding me to do that. The second thing that Ramadan has taught me about myself is that nothing that I do comes from me. A lot of people compliment me, and I try my best to be really humble in how I receive those compliments, because I never want to have this heart of arrogance or feed my ego. In any word that I say of supplication, when I'm thanking God, or I am seeking refuge in God, or I'm seeking God's forgiveness, or if I do a favor for someone, or I perform well in something, or just do something good, like I remind myself that it was not initially from me, that God inspired me, that He placed it on my heart to say the words that I said, or to do the things that I did, and to always refer back to Him in gratitude. And so in many of my supplications, I reflected on these words that I'm saying. I would not have been able to say these words if it wasn't for you, Ya Allah, to guide me to saying it. The way I impacted someone's life, it wasn't me. It was you that enabled me to do this, Ya Allah. And so being in a state of humility and not walking on, the earth all haughty, like, I'm the ish, or, I'm needed in the world, like that just really kept me humble. And I thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for enabling me to recognize that and to work towards that as well. And then lastly, Ramadan taught me that, I just forgot. What was it? Oh, okay, I remember. Ramadan taught me the importance of being mindful of what I give my senses and my limbs to. So I always take a break from social media during Ramadan, because I don't want any distractions. I don't want to come across filthy, lewd posts, and I don't want to hear things that are going to jeopardize my fast. I don't follow all Muslims on social media. I follow a variety of people, and I can't control what people post. And so to protect myself, I just get off social media. But I'm realizing, and I've always realized, that we belittle ourselves when we think that fasting during the month of Ramadan is only about food and drink. It's about your attitude. It's about what you spend your time doing. It's about what you give your sight and your ears and your tongue to. And one thing that Ramadan definitely helps many of us who partake in this month to achieve is to abstain from destructive habits or non-beneficial habits, and to substitute that with more beneficial, more intentional habits. And my intention is to take these habits outside of the month of Ramadan. The scholars say that one knows that their Ramadan has been accepted when they're able to carry on those good deeds, carry on those good habits, carry on those good etc., etc., etc. outside the month of Ramadan. And so that's definitely going to be one way that I wage and measure myself. And I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant me the tawfiq, grant me the success to continuously be mindful of what it is that I'm giving my eyesight to, what it is that I'm lending my ear to, and how am I speaking, or what type of speech am I engaging in. Knowing that life is so short, and understanding that to Allah I belong and to Allah I shall return, meaning that I'm going to leave this realm of life and I'm going to have to stand before my Creator. I'm going to have to be held accountable. That it's important that I hold myself accountable right now while I'm living, and that I hold space for other people to hold me accountable as well. So that's what Ramadan has taught me. Who Allah is and how it applies to my situation. Secondly, knowing that nothing solely comes from me, but it's all from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then thirdly, making sure that although I'm abstaining from food and drink, that I'm also fasting with my sight, fasting with my tongue, fasting with my ears, so that it can help me to purify my actions and to be more intentional about how I'm spending my time. If you're Muslim and you're watching this, I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept from me and from you of our prayers, of our fasting, of that which we enjoined of good and that which we forbade of evil, to grant us that reward of Laylatul Qadr, to accept our charity, to accept all of the goodness that we did in this blessed month. If you're not Muslim, I definitely invite you to create your own type of Ramadan where you really give your soul rest, where you take the time to reflect on how are you living, what are some self-destructive behaviors that need rectification, how can you better serve yourself. And if you're on your own agnostic or faith journey / spiritual journey, Take the time to converse with your Creator, to learn about your Creator. We all need that soul nourishment, because outside of Ramadan and outside of just having that respite for our souls really do get dehydrated. Thanks for sitting through this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And be on the lookout for more videos to drop. I feel like I've dropped a couple of videos back to back this week. I'm happy for it. I got the free time and the creativity now. Anyway, take care, be safe, and we'll catch up later. Oh, and remember to own your story. Peace.